Hello, and welcome to the show. I'm King Posh, and today we're looking at the 2014 Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT My Rally Off-Road. Basically a build, it's pretty simple, but we're going to get into it. But really why I wanted to show this vehicle was the oil pan in this car. I know this sounds weird, but we'll get right into the oil pan in a little bit. Here's the lights. Can't get in there because I have a supercharger on his. And what I did was I made it as powerful as a Hellcat. So it definitely has 707 horsepower, but the engine doesn't just start out with 707 horsepower. You have to build it to do it. Got plenty of space in the back. It doesn't have a wide body kit on this, but you can put a wide body kit on there. And I didn't like it. It looked like something you probably would never see in real life. Let's have a listen to this thing. You can really hear that supercharger whistle. But yeah, like I said, the oil pan in this thing is just, when you see it, you'll know what I mean. I have to show you this. So, if you can see that oil pan, it is just dragging on the ground. I mean, here you put it up here and you can actually see the fins on there. You take it down here, if the camera fixes itself, you have to go back and look at it again. It is just dragging. I just think that's hilarious. Like, I don't even know how that works. I mean, when you drive it on the road, you would think there'd be sparks flying outside this car just because of how low that is. Of course, we're going to use a race suspension on this. Even though it's a rally build, you could put rally springs on this. The tune is the same, okay? But I just think that it's funny that you can just see that oil pan just dragging along the ground. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. So, yeah, that's really what I wanted to show you guys. But here, the stock engine, like, I know it has 707 horsepower, 700 foot-pounds of torque. This is only an A-Class 800. 0 to 60 is in 3.9, 0 to 100 in 8.6, and a top speed of 190 miles per hour. That's not bad. Braking, 60 to 0 is 148. That's pretty quick for an SUV. 100 to 0, 379. Pardon me. Still a great number. Other engines you can put in here is an 8.4 liter and a 6.5 liter V12. But I went with the stock motor. I really wanted to build it up. As you can see, I have a supercharger in here. But like it comes down to like 32 horsepower. So I had to really build it up to get exactly 707. Here's the wide body kit. It just doesn't look like something I'd actually see in real life. Now the pan goes down, but look at that pan. Like, take it, pan. Take it, Peter Pan. Either way, I decided not to. It does make it lighter, but it also makes an S1. So only by little pounds does it change. The tires also get smaller, if you notice. I got some beefy tires on this thing. Here you can make it rear-wheel drive. It would still stay an A-Class. You wouldn't lose much weight. You're still in the 5,000 range. So it is still a very heavy vehicle. Very heavy. Like, this is like Rolls-Royce like level. Alright, so bumpers, I just went with stock. You do have other options you could go with. I mean, look at that thing. That's overkill. Yeah, that reminds me of, like, people in black leather, like full-on leather suits with like little like chains hooked to them and different piercings. That's what that looks like to me. We just leave it stock. All right. The rear spoiler, I have this one, and the reason why I like it is because you can put baggage on top. You can put like one of those, roof cover things. The cargo box, that's right. You can put a cargo box on top. When you're going sideways, your stuff might, get mixed around in your cargo box, but it looks good. I have a stock bumper. It looks good with, just how it looks. You also have these other options. And they're okay. I just like the original. Here you got very basic stuff. You can make it all black. But I just left it have its little lip and called it good. Now, that hood is aggressive. Why would you ever want to change that hood? It is gorgeous. I mean, here, it's like, oh, here, let me just cover up those, beautiful holes for you. And then you have this if you want a light bar. Oh, just left it stock. Here we got off-road race tire compound. Okay, stock in the front, but it's going to be max in the rear. Get all that grip as possible. And when you're off-road, you need it. Now my rims are finally the ADV1 Forza rims, and they look good on here. I mean, they look like they belong. Do they not look like they belong? I think they look like they belong. Alright. We got 22s in the front and 22s in the rear. And the 22s look great for this car. SUV. Whatever. Either way, it's gorgeous. Here we got a stock clutch. Alright, now wait, you know what? We can put one of these on here. Why not? I didn't really share it yet. Alright, race transmission. When I put anything else on here, I was doing some stuff on here, so look at that. 5,050 pounds. Oh yeah, also see, I also did race differential. It's not a finalized tune, but I mean the tunes already know what to do with it, so it's all good. It's got race brakes, which you need. Race springs and dampeners. Like I said, you do have a rally tire compound. You have a rally springs and dampeners on there if you want to, and it still stays an A800. You got race anti-roll bars for the front and race in the rear. You can also notice that the car is higher in the back. That's how I just have my springs set up. I'll explain that here soon. So here's roll cage. Here's what it looks like. Exciting. Are you guys thrilled? I know I am. Alright. And there is no weight reduction. It would take you to a high 836 and bring you down to 3,900 pounds. Now this tune will work for, whatever. So you got a universal tune here. Okay, see how I got the 700 horsepower. So I did a race intake, race fuel system, race ignition, race exhaust, stock cams and valves. Oh yeah, I sat here and tried to get that 700 horsepower, 707 horsepower. Perfect. Okay, stock valves, stock engine block, sport pistons and compression. I mean, I was messing around with everything. I'd go high, I'd go low. I got it spot on. Race positive displacement supercharger. No intercooler, and stock oil and cooling. And then also stock flywheel. Because if I go any higher, I will go to an S1. Here, now, some of these, it will bring my horsepower down. Like this one, I can have 716 horsepower, but I don't want 716 horsepower. I want 707. I wanted it to be as close to the Hellcat as possible. The torque, I believe, is 50 foot-pounds more than the Hellcat. I think it's like 650 around there. Either way, um, I just wanted that 707 horsepower. Yeah, install, because I put those stuff on there. Why not? I saved me 7 pounds. That whole 7 whopping pounds would do a whole lot of difference. Now, you're not really going to see the tune. I just went through it real quick. You will see the tune here in a second. I just had to change my springs. I took weight off, so I had to change the springs. I'll just see how it handles on road first. I mean, you would think this thing would be scraping constantly. It's definitely made for off-road.
Arrived at your destination.
But I mean, if you take the corners like a race car and not put power down when you're turning, it's not bad. It's just because of those wide tires that I put onto it is why it's a little grippy. We're not going to wait fully. We're just going to... Easy on the accelerator, goes right up to 60. 84. 106. 122 over the line. Now that's a very soft landing, and why I say it's a soft landing is because of how I tuned it. And I told you guys, the rear springs are up because when I land, usually your back end, needs to have the softer blow. Can this thing drift? A little bit. Oh yeah, burn those tires. Alright, so let's get right into the tune and show you guys what I did to it. Now, I do not have the tune shared, but it is a good tune and it will work for you. Even if you put the rally kit on there, the same setup will work. You got 18.5, 18.5. Now, gearing is going to be different depending on what vehicle you would actually put this on. I mean, this rally tune is perfect for every car that you want to go off-road with. It doesn't matter the class either. But your gearing is your main issue. And that, as long as your last gear is closest to the end, go with it. If you want short gears and they go 150 miles an hour and it says 200, go for it. Alright. So here's the alignment. Alright. Anti-roll bars. I just put them down to 1.1. I mean 1.0, 1.0. That's all up to you. What you really want to do. I left it soft on the springs. I mean, like down there, soft. But here, you always want an inch of ground clearance more than your inch or plus. The more, the better. As long as it can handle. When you're going off the high, super like going off of a mountain jumps, you will land a lot smoother if your rear end is higher off the ground. Alright, less chance of it bouncing and you wrecking. Alright, dampening. I usually like 3.0, 3.0, 2.0, 2.0. But this is what I could get because this is a race suspension and not a rally suspension. There is no downforce. Braking 70% with 130. Now you don't have to touch this. You can leave it at 50 and 100. It's off-road. Braking is a little different versus being on tarmac or road. However you want to call that hard surface that you drive on every day. So off-road's a little different when it comes to braking. So, but don't make it like rocket science. Okay, differential. I took this differential from a Lamborghini Gallardo a few years ago. So that's what that came from, and it works. 57% to the rear is a really good number, I've noticed, when you're accelerating and turning off-road. So there's the tune. I mean, it's a great car. I really like it. And I think you will too. But yeah, that tune is universal to most of my rally cars, because that is my base setup. I told you my dampening. It's usually 3-3-2-2, but it didn't give me that option because this is a race tune. Well, race suspension. Very smooth on the jumps. The back end handles pretty well. But I went with a bigger tire just to keep it an A800. We can make it smaller. It's not going to hurt anything. Alright, I'm not drifting this, but it's pretty smooth. And that 707 horsepower is just gold. Are we on here? Look at that. That was smooth all the way through. If you guys know me, I like to go up this hill and see if I can jump it. I do like to see if I can get some air off of this thing. And it handles very well when you land. As you can tell, that back end keeps me in check. I love it. But it's just amazing that oil pan, like right now, that oil pan would exploded and your car would have stopped by now. And there's a house. That also can stop your car in a heartbeat. And if you want to know what the damage looks like, I hit that thing at pretty full speed, and I mean, you know, Jeeps are pretty tough, but I highly doubt it's this tough. There is no body damage, but the paint is all messed up. Interesting. Well, hey guys, that's where we'll end this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely hit that like button. If you want to see more strange vehicles, let me know in the comments below. Other than that, hold on tight, because a whole lot more videos coming out soon. To a TV, phone, computer near you. Later guys, I'm King Posh.